Today I'll share 15 smart ways you can start preparing today without spending a dime. One of the most important things you can do when you're broke is to learn valuable skills. These skills not only help you save money, but also empower you to be more self-sufficient and resilient in various situations. These skills are going to serve you whether there's a natural disaster, an economic downturn, or you just need to fix something around the house. Imagine being able to handle minor repairs without having to call a professional. It can save you a lot of money and give you a sense of accomplishment. Think about it. Learning basic first aid can save you a trip to the emergency room. Knowing how to treat minor injuries or handle emergencies can be crucial, especially when medical help is not immediately available. Gardening can put food on your table. Growing your own vegetables not only ensures you have fresh produce, but also reduces your grocery bills. Plus, it's a rewarding hobby that connects you with nature. Knowing how to sew can save you money on clothing repairs. Instead of throwing away damaged clothes, you can mend them and extend their life. This skill is particularly useful for families with children who often wear out their clothes quickly. Check out your local library for books and resources on these topics. Libraries often offer free workshops and classes that can help you learn new skills without spending a dime. YouTube is another fantastic resource with tons of free tutorials. From cooking to car repairs, you can find videos on almost any skill you want to learn. The best part is, you can learn at your own pace and revisit the tutorials as many times as you need. Investing in yourself by learning these skills is one of the best things you can do, especially when you're on a budget. Not only does it make you more capable, but it also boosts your confidence and opens up new opportunities for personal and professional growth. Knowledge is power, and it's especially important when it comes to preparedness. Your local library is a goldmine of information. They have books and magazines on everything from gardening and foraging to first aid and emergency preparedness. The internet is another amazing resource for free information. Websites like the Red Cross and FEMA offer a wealth of knowledge on disaster preparedness. Many community centers and colleges offer free or low-cost classes on a variety of topics. When you're trying to prepare on a budget, having a strong network of friends, family, and neighbors can be invaluable. You can start by attending free community events, like farmers markets, festivals, and workshops. Volunteering at local organizations allows you to give back to your community while also meeting people who share your values. And don't underestimate the power of simply striking up conversations with your neighbors. Stay physically fit. In a true emergency situation, you might need to be physically strong and resilient. Walking is a fantastic and free form of exercise. Gardening is another great way to get exercise while also providing food for your family. Many communities offer free or low-cost exercise classes in parks, community centers, or even online. Develop a solid plan. One of the most important things you can do to prepare for any type of emergency is to have a plan in place. Start by thinking about the potential emergencies you might face in your area. Make a list of essential items you would need in an emergency, like food, water, first aid supplies, and important documents. Having a plan in place will give you peace of mind and help you react quickly and effectively in an emergency situation. Use what you have. One of the biggest misconceptions about preparedness is that you need to go out and buy a bunch of expensive gear. Take empty containers, for example. Instead of throwing away those glass jars from spaghetti sauce or pickles, wash them out and use them to store dry goods. Old towels and t-shirts can be cut up and used as cleaning rags, or even as makeshift bandages in an emergency. The key is to get creative and think about how you can repurpose items you already have on hand. Repurposing items is a fantastic way to stretch your budget and reduce waste, all while boosting your preparedness. Remember those glass jars we talked about? Well, they're not just for storing dry goods. Old t-shirts can be transformed into reusable shopping bags, which not only saves you money on plastic bags, but also helps the environment. You can even use them to make draft stoppers to keep your home warmer in the winter. And those empty egg cartons? They make perfect seed starters for your garden. Foraging for wild edibles is a fantastic way to supplement your diet with nutritious food, and it connects you deeply with nature. The best part is, it's completely free. Imagine the joy of gathering your own food, knowing exactly where it came from. Start by visiting your local library or bookstore and picking up a field guide to edible plants in your region. These guides are invaluable resources, filled with detailed illustrations and descriptions. Once you have a good understanding of the plants you're looking for, it's time to start practicing your identification skills. Take your guide with you on walks and compare the plants you find with the pictures and descriptions. Go on nature walks in your local parks or forests and see how many edible plants you can spot. Make it a fun challenge to identify new plants each time you go out. Remember, when foraging, it's crucial to only harvest what you need and to leave plenty for wildlife and other foragers. Sustainable foraging ensures that these natural resources remain available for future generations. Avoid areas that might be sprayed with pesticides or herbicides. These chemicals can be harmful and contaminate your foraged food. Always wash your foraged finds thoroughly before consuming them. This step is essential to remove any dirt, insects, or potential contaminants, ensuring your wild edibles are safe to eat. Volunteering is a fantastic way to give back to your community while also gaining valuable skills and resources. Consider volunteering at your local food bank. Volunteering at a library is another great option. And don't forget about community gardens. Volunteering at a community garden is a fantastic way to learn about gardening, meet people who share your passion for growing food, and even take home some fresh produce. It's a win-win situation. Create a go bag. The budget edition. Having a go bag ready to go is an essential part of being prepared for any type of emergency. Whether it's a natural disaster, a sudden evacuation, or any unexpected situation, having a go bag can make all the difference. Start by gathering items you already have around your house. You'd be surprised at how many useful things you can find without spending a dime. That old backpack you used in college, which has been collecting dust in your closet, or even a reusable shopping bag from your last grocery run will work just fine. The key is to use what you have. Think about the essential items you would need in an emergency, such as a change of clothes, a first aid kit, medications you might need, a flashlight, a whistle, and perhaps some basic tools. Don't forget copies of important documents like identification, insurance papers, and any other critical paperwork. The goal is to have essential items readily available in case you need to evacuate your home quickly. Being prepared doesn't have to be expensive. It's about being resourceful and thinking ahead. So, start today and create your budget-friendly go bag. Frugality, your new best friend. When you're living on a tight budget, embracing frugality is essential. Start by taking a close look at your expenses and identifying areas where you can cut back. Look for free or low-cost entertainment options. And don't forget about the power of negotiating. Many service providers like internet and phone companies are willing to negotiate lower rates if you ask. Barter and trade the old-school way. Before there was money, there was bartering. Think about the skills and talents you have that you could offer to others in exchange for goods or services. Are you a whiz at baking? Offer to bake a cake for a neighbor in exchange for help with yard work. Are you good at sewing? Offer to mend clothes in exchange for fresh produce from a neighbor's garden. The key is to be creative and think outside the box. Rainwater harvesting, liquid gold. Water is essential for life, and in an emergency situation, having access to a clean water supply can be crucial. Rainwater harvesting is a simple and effective way to collect and store rainwater for non-potable use. Start by setting up a simple rain barrel or even just a few buckets under your downspouts. The rainwater you collect can be used for a variety of purposes, such as watering your garden, washing your car, or even flushing your toilet in an emergency. Utilize community resources. There's no shame in seeking help when you need it, and there are many community resources available to help people in times of need. Food banks are an invaluable resource for those who are struggling to put food on the table. Clothing exchanges are another fantastic resource, especially for families with growing children. And don't forget about free cycle groups. These are online groups where people can post items they no longer need or want, and others can claim them for free. Stay informed. Knowledge is power. In today's fast-paced world, it's more important than ever to stay informed about current events, both locally and globally. Start by tuning in to your local news on the radio or television. Many news organizations also offer free apps that you can download to your smartphone or tablet. Stick to reputable news organizations and government agencies for the most accurate and reliable information. So there you have it, 15 smart ways to prepare for emergencies even when you're broke. Remember, preparedness is a journey, not a destination. Start small, use what you have, and gradually build up your skills and supplies over time. If you have suggestions, leave them in the comments section down below. Let's help out our neighbors who may need a little help in getting prepared. Until next time, everybody be safe.